the player that we all expected Imani Bates to be coming out of Michigan. And Imani Bates is a bad boy. He is a bad boy. Imani can go. He just got started. He got off on the wrong foot at Memphis, right? He was playing at Memphis. He had Jalen Duran there. He had Jonathan Wiseman, and upperclassman. He had a lot of people ahead of him, and we expected Imani to be something. He wasn't that. Had to transfer to a smaller school, and he balled out there. He got drafted, but he still haven't got his shot in the league yet. Last I checked, he was on Cleveland, the Cavalier roster, right? I want to see Imani Bates, but we get to see Kiyan develop and into whatever he's going to develop in, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, and it's not being forced on us. By the time we see the finished product, I think we're going to see a very good, complete basketball player with the right mentality. He's going to have the right stuff up here with enough chips on his shoulders to fill up a Pringles can. So the player that we expected Kiyan Anthony, or the player we expected Imani Bates to be, is what Kiyan Anthony is. And the player that all LeBron James fans wish Bronny and Bryce was, is the player that Kiyan Anthony is. But yeah, so he won't cut the umbilical cord, and he needs to cut it and just say, look, man, you got to go do it on your own. He's standing around in the league to make sure Bronny gets what he want him to get. That's one of the main reasons why he ain't leaving yet. Like I gotta stick around, because as long as I stick around with power, my son can get whatever he want. I got to use my leverage, right? He got to be on a team that I'm on with the coach that I handpick, so we can make sure he gets what he needs to get. If I leave LA, I can't dictate nothing. If Bronny leaves LA and he's not on my squad, I can't dictate nothing. The umbilical cord is not cut. It's still very well connected, right? And I just wanted to lay that foundation before I got to the Kiyan Anthony piece of it and how they're doing it a little bit different. It's a hands-off approach. Melo is not sticking around the league to make sure that he can help Kiyan get the pull that he want and all that stuff. Melo didn't stay in the league to kind of wait for Kiyan so he can kind of share that spotlight with him and say, hey, man, this is a father-son thing. And now he didn't do that. He retired and was like, yeah, I got probably 2 more years of my son's high school career, and I want to make the most of it. I'm going to go ahead and retire. Instead of me chasing this ring that I've been wanting my whole life and my whole career, I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to retire. I'm going to give my son the best opportunity to develop his game. Develop, right? And that's what it was all about, man, and putting the right things in him mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically with his game as well, right? And it's been paying dividends. He goes to Syracuse, on the contrast, Kiyan didn't even make McDonald's All-American. And in a place like New York, for you to get, I think he was like player of the year in New York. And in a place like New York, for you to be averaging what he was averaging as a senior, I think I should have Googled this, but I think they did very well that season. I don't know if they won anything, but they did very well that season. He averaged a lot, and I want to say he got player of the year in New York, and everyone was shocked. Like, how is it possible that a player of the year in New York don't make McDonald's All-American? When has that ever happened? Let me see. Yeah, somebody fact check me and see what credentials Kiyan Anthony had his senior season. I don't know if he got played. Did he get player of the year? Kiyan Anthony was named most valuable player of the Throne National High School Basketball Tournament in 2025. He was also named the #1 ranked high school player. And okay, so he wasn't player of the year. He was named the #1 ranked high school player in New York State for the class of 2025. The #1 player in New York didn't make McDonald's All-American. Let that sink in, y'all. the number one player in the state of New York did not make McDonald's All-American. And Carmelo was shocked, like, what the hell? And they just got to eat it. So all these hangups that Kiyan is getting, he's getting doors shut in his face, left and right, left and right. Melo don't have the type of pull that LeBron has. So most of the hangups that he's getting, he just got to eat it. Like, I mean, people didn't like me like that for real, for real. And my son is not going to get no favors. So everything you get, you got to earn it. You got to earn everything. Number one player in New York didn't make daggone McDonald's All-American. So you got Kiyan not making McDonald's All-American. Then he going to Syracuse as a freshman. Don't look like he's one and done. He's not even starting on Syracuse. Played a couple of exhibitions. His first game at home, I think, in Syracuse. 15 points, 5 rebounds, something like that. You know, really good game off the bench. Looked very good. They interviewed him after the game. That's what he said.
Just confidence. I mean, I know the work I put in. I know mid-range is kind of the lost art, but my dad always preached to me, you know, mid-range is the easiest way to score. So I try to get in there today, use my body, and the mid-range shot fell, and I work on that every day. So even if I missed it, I wouldn't consider it a bad shot. Credit to my dad, of course. You know, that was his shot. He passed it down on to me. We work on that almost every day in the gym. I work on that in practice. So I shot that I felt confident it was going in.
So he had a really good game, 15 points. It was good. He was talking about the mid-range. He was like, yeah, I shoot that. Me and my dad practice it all the time. My dad taught me exactly what the importance of the mid-range, and I know it's a lost art, but we used it. In the Anthony family, we use the mid-range, so I'm gonna use it. The dude got so much to his game, man. I mean, he's blessed for real. And to not be given nothing and have to earn everything, that's what gives you that chip on your shoulder. He got chips that Bronny don't have. One of the chips he got is, oh, really? I did this well, but y'all didn't pick me for McDonald's All-American. Got you. All right. No matter how well I do, nobody's talking about me, but y'all talking about every other kid that's they got a famous dad. All right, got you. You know, just keep adding up all the chips on his shoulders. Bronny don't have a chip that he can go to. And if he do have any adversity, he knows that he's got Gil's Arena. He's got Richard Jefferson. He's got Bron. He's got Clutch Sports. He's got Rich Paul. He's got everybody that loves LeBron. All of these people, like, it don't matter how bad Bronny plays. He don't have to take that home and be like, oh, man, this is going to motivate me, because he's got so many people that's going to go out there in the media and explain why there's nothing wrong with it and fight for him. He's got everybody to go do his fighting for him with words and manipulation. And no matter if he doesn't look good, he's still going to get the spot. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, it don't matter how bad I am. Like, I'm gonna go buy this suit for the draft because I know I'm getting drafted. He didn't even have to feel like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. He already knew it was gonna happen. He didn't have. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, people that have that type of thought process going into the draft, or like the number one picks, like Iverson, like Philly already told me I'm going number one. They told me they taking me when I worked out for them. Imagine going to a workout and getting worked out by almost every point guard in that workout, but you already know the Lakers taking you. So the number one pick, probably the number two pick, probably the number three pick, and Bronny were the only handful of people that was just like, man, I'm not even sweating, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not even sweating. I'm out here, dog. I know I'm getting picked, and I know what number I'm going. It was only a handful of people that know exactly where they're going in the draft. That's not nervous. Bronny wasn't even nervous. He was like, shit, I ain't even embarrassed. Like most people be like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get drafted, so I'm not going. I was invited, but I'm not going. I'll watch it from the crib. You can bring the camera crew here. I'll watch it from the crib. Nah. Bronny knew he was getting drafted. Right? I don't even know if Bronny went to the draft. He probably watched it from the crib. I don't know. If I remember, I know the cameras was on him a lot, and I think ESPN normally didn't televise was it the second round? They normally didn't televise the second round. They televised it because they knew Bronny was going. Like it, bro. Like imagine that, dog. Imagine that the NBA is your kingdom that you didn't earn. You inherited it, right? While everybody else working for it, but the way they tell the story is like you worked for it. Like you didn't inherit. You inherited something that you didn't earn. But then the storytellers is like, oh, he did all the hard work in the world to get this, and he worked harder than everybody. And they tell you the story, and then some people just like, nah, I was there. I'm not believing it. You might get somebody 25 years down the line to believe that. Like it's somebody that ain't born yet that might believe that Bronny earned it and worked for it. But the people who witnessed it, like you can't get us to like, come on, you can't fool us. I was born at night, not last night. So I'm not going to believe it. And they get mad at the people that's like, nah, that's not how it went down. I'm not, you can't sell me that story. You can't sell me that one, right? Then Carmelo was at work the first game. No, that's how you see the difference, that the umbilical cord is cut. Like everything I taught you, go out and do it now. And then you can come back for knowledge if you need it. But you got to go out and be your own and do your own. Carmelo wasn't even at the Syracuse home game, his first home game, to watch his son. He was out working. That's how far the umbilical cord has been cut, and he's letting his son go out and do his own thing. He's not overbearing. And I'm not saying that's the right way or the wrong way, and I'm not saying what Bronny and LeBron is doing is wrong. I'm just saying it's different, right? So you get to look at the different ways to do it, and then you get to look at the fallout from it. The fallout from Kiyan Anthony is since Melo is detached and he's not trying to orchestrate everything, he's missing out on stuff like Matt on the All-American, notoriety, ESPN stories, right? They're not talking about him that much. He's missing out on those things because Melo is not forcing it and handing him things. He's making him earn it. But the good thing is by the time he gets to the league, he's going to be more ready for it because he earned everything. And on the other side, Bronny is getting all those things. He is getting a USC nod. He is getting a Matt Dunne's All-American nod. He is getting all the attention in the media. He got a dunk a week ago, top story on ESPN for one dunk, a putback. Right? So they're just waiting for something so they can talk about it. Right? It's so many people in place ready to push Bronny out there. If he does something, if Bronny would have done what Kiyan did the other night, we'll still be talking about it, right? So you get all the talk, you get a media machine behind you, you get Nike behind you, get all this stuff, you get a free spot on the Lakers, you get a guaranteed contract on the Lakers, you get drafted when you shouldn't have got drafted, you get Matt Dunne's All-American, you get all these things, but the product of you as a player suffers, and you also get critics because people don't like to be forced and to believe something, don't like to be lied to. So Melo was working for NBC during that game, and they watched the entire game in the studio. And then when they was watching the highlights, he was reacting to the highlights of Kiyan while they was in studio with Jamal Crawford, Maria Taylor, and Vince Carter.
Patient, get there. Okay, I'll take the bump, stay down. We work on that, though. We work on that.
We know you do.
Now we get this, catching rip and go. One leg, he stopped me. I got that, too. All of this stuff we work on. You know what I mean? As you can see, I'm just a proud dad.
You are. I love it.
Doing what we do. We enjoying the game, having some fun. And I can go to the rack, get to the left hand. I can switch hands if I want to. But most importantly for me, defense and nothing.
Yeah.
He was picking up full court. He was, now we can clap balls, though. You know what I'm saying? And we can move, and we move without the ball. And we move without the ball. Okay, well, let me see where we at. Throw it up top. Hey.
He had more assists than you in the college.
Yeah, he did. I had one assist, 2 assists.
Okay.
Yeah, he was passing the basket.
You
was
on
a different mission.
Yeah.
I had to really go get to it.
Yeah, you was
Catch. I like that, man.
Wow.
You know, patience. We teach patience.
playing the right way.
He's developing, man. I just love to see him develop.
For sure.
This is his first game, 15 points, 6 for 10, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. off the bench.
Yeah.
Right? So let's talk about efficiency. This is what we want to see. If they bring you off the bench, go out here and do this and bring something else to your team. I'm proud of you, champ. I wish I could have been there, but I'm here. We were talking about the Brooklyn.
Hey, he was there.
We watch every second.
We watch every second.
By the time the NBA season's over, we're all going to be able to call a Syracuse basketball game. I'm going to know everybody on the team. I'm going to be locked in. Yeah, I'm going to have all the gears. Okay, so Dad was proud. I want to hear from Kiyan Anthony after the game.
What he had to say.
Yeah, we do.
Come on now.
I know that your dad, Melo, wasn't here tonight doing his TV job. What do you expect to see on your phone when he texts you after this game?
No, yeah, I totally understand. You know, job, he gotta be on NBC. So, you know, he watching right now. I know he's seeing through the camera, and I appreciate him for watching. I'll see him soon. And, you know, it's no worries. He'll be at the next one.
You already know, champ.
Yeah.
What's understood don't need to be spoken on, man.
And Melo's already prepared him for everything to come. So that's what's really dope.
Well, we develop, Ma. You going through this right now with JJ, man. We develop. You going through this with your kids. Yeah. You about to go through this.
I'm ready.
It's about development.
I'm already trying to figure out who won them.
Playing the long game.
Everybody got playing the long game, man. We just want to have fun and enjoy college.
Yeah.
Man, this first night in college, man. College basketball. We love it.
Yeah, my favorite thing is sitting in here and Melo's like, we're playing team ball, we're making good plays. Like,
don't it sound like a pro talking?
Good.
Yeah, it sounds like a real pro talking.
You know what I'm saying?
And everything he's put into his son. Like,
we're seeing it.
See, you don't have to be forced to like that. Like, you don't have to be forced to like that. You know what I mean? Like, that already is genuinely like, dang, man, you get the. That's dope. That's a doper story. And it's a real, genuine, true story. Right? ESPN won't touch that. Melo is just not a darling person that they want to market like that. And that story of him and Kiyan, they don't want to market that. But that's a beautiful thing. Right? And I don't want them to market it because I don't want Kiyan to get no attention because he's been performing so well without the attention. Right, and it's going to pay dividends later on when he gets to the league. If you haven't sat back and watched him play, the player that we all expected Imani Bates to be coming out of Michigan, and Imani Bates is a bad boy. He is a bad boy. Imani can go. He just got started. He got off on the wrong foot at Memphis. Right, he was playing at Memphis. He had Jalen Duran there. He had Jonathan Wiseman, and upperclassmen. You know, he had a lot of people ahead of him, and we expected Imani to be something. He wasn't that. Had to transfer to a smaller school, and he balled out there. He got drafted, but he still haven't got his shot in the league yet. Last I checked, he was on Cleveland, the Cavalier roster. Right, I want to see Imani Bates. But we get to see Kiyan develop and into whatever he's going to develop in. And it's a beautiful thing to watch. And it's not being forced on us. By the time we see the finished product, I think we're going to see a very good, complete basketball player with the right mentality. He's going to have the right stuff up here with enough chips on his shoulders to fill up a Pringles can. So the player that we expected Kiyan Anthony, or the player we expected Imani Bates to be, is what Kiyan Anthony is. And the player that all LeBron James fans wish Bronny and Bryce was is the player that Kiyan Anthony is. Right. And with that, I open the phone lines up. Let's get some phone calls in here. Phone number is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, 442-288-9352. Call in. Let's hear y'all thoughts on the Bronny James part of it, you know, with Kendrick Perkins saying that he was given that Matt Dundas All-American, and also the Kiyan Anthony contrast of it, of the difference on how he's been prepared versus how Bronny's been prepared. Caller from Jacksonville, can you hear me?
Caller from Jacksonville is none other than the one and only Transformer from the Format Podcast. Bro, how you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing? Hey, y'all put in one in the chat if y'all can hear him. Make sure he's good. Go ahead, Transformer.
Hey, man, first of all, I just want to say great show, man. I love that you're hitting us with the afternoon. Loving this on the show, man. Once again, I appreciate you for holding it down for me last night on our show. You guys did one hell of a job. And of course, man, you showed out as always, bro. We're still waiting to hear what the senior is about, so we're gonna get offline and talk about that a little later.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got to remind me on that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a funny story though.
I got you, man. Yeah, you got my number now. We got all about it offline.
All right,
but no, man. As far as Bronny, right? As far as Bronny, it's sad for him, right, that he has to deal with all of this because of, first of all, we know who his father is. I mean, you got to be born under a rock, under some lava, and under that rock that's under the lava to not know who the hell his father is, right?
Right.
The attention and the spotlight. That's the critique that we get for Bronny, right? Because honestly, if Bronny wasn't LeBron's son, we wouldn't know a damn thing about Bronny. It'll just be another guy who was drafted number 55, and we'll just be like, okay, just a slow cooker. We'll see what we got. But the thing is, we don't know what we have at all. Like, we didn't see anything in college, right? He only averaged 4 points in college. And then he had the heart problem that caused him to miss, pretty much a bulk of the season. So when we pick up Bronny, you don't know what you have. You don't know what you got, right? So, but he's still getting all of this attention and all of this spotlight. So it's fair to criticize, first of all, a grown-ass man, a professional basketball player who's currently playing in the game. Like, we can't look at it as, we got to lay off Bronny. It's always confusing to say. Lay off Bronny because, he's Bron's son. No, he's fair game now. You in a pool full of sharks. And yes, you're going to get hunted. Yes, you're going to get challenged. And yes, you're going to get critiqued on everything that we see from you on the floor. And right now, we're not seeing what his father saw when he made the statement that, hey, he's better than half these cats in the league. We're not seeing it.
No.
So, of course, it's fair for, the Kendrick Perkinsons, the Skip Baylesses, and everybody else to have those type of conversations because, one, he's a professional athlete, all right? Two, we're not seeing what you saw. You made these statements, right? We didn't force those words into Bron's mouth when you said that, right? But we're wanting to see what you saw, as a player and as a developer. What I heard from Melo on that show, he broke it down for us. He broke his own son's games down, right? I'm not hearing that from Bron. So if Bronny has something to fix, well, one, we're not hearing it from you. So what are we to say about this man's development when you can't even say, what's wrong, or why is he having such a slow start? Why is he in his second year? And some folks are seeing, regression, or some people are seeing the same Bronny that we saw last year. You know what I mean? Like, where are we getting that from LeBron? So that's pretty much my piece.
So do you think? Now that's tough because I don't see a lot of people critique their own kinfolk. Now, so I almost don't even expect that from LeBron. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect that from LeBron. The only thing I would expect from LeBron is if you're not going to critique Bronny, then you can't critique none of your Lakers teammates. Right?
Exactly.
And he has said, let things slip out about his Laker teammates on his podcast that he shouldn't have. And, so I would point that out then and be like, dude, you can't do this for this teammate if you're not going to do it for Bronny. But I wouldn't expect for him to critique either of them because, ain't no way in the world he go come on there and put his own son on the film and say he should have cut right here or something like come on, man. Like Savannah would be having him sleep on, in the west wing. Not the couch. Nah, he a billionaire. The west wing of the house.
Of the state. Got it. But yeah, to your point, if he's able to, like I say, if he's able to critique the Lakers, and that's what he's doing now, because reports came out last week that he's with JJ Redick, he's with the coaching staff to see what better way the players can play on the court, right?
Yeah.
Bronny is a player on the court last time I checked, wasn't he?
Correct.
Right? So,
Correct.
why not? Why can't you put out, that's your son. Your son is getting all of this attention. Your son is getting all of this spotlight. Sir, we want to hear about what you think of Sir Bronny, right? The guaranteed contract, 4-year contract signing, Laker, that we all want to know about, because clearly you saw something that we as fans and as spectators and as content creators, we are not seeing that yet. So what did you see 2 years ago that we don't see? Obviously we're not seeing it.
What you think he saw?
What I think he saw?
Yeah.
His son. I don't think he saw a basketball player yet. I think he saw his son. I mean, fair is fair, right? Fair is fair. I mean, we didn't see anything in college, and we're not seeing anything in the NBA. So that's 3 years, coming up on 3 years of stuff that you saw that we are not seeing. So, Bron, what are we seeing? What did you see?
What's your projection?
What did you see? Where can we go as far as developing this young kid who's getting, slandered across all types of media platforms? What can you see? What do you see that will help this kid get better? That's my thing.
Transformer, what's your honest projection? Give me, okay, let's say LeBron retires next year, right?
Oh, get him off the Lakers. And I'm not saying that as a fan. I'm a diehard Laker fan, and I'm not saying that he doesn't belong there. Get him to where the spotlight dwindles. Like if he goes to a freaking, Charlotte or no, LaMelo's over there. There's a little bit of spotlight, but like a small market team, right? And let him not be in the cameras as much as the cameras and the spotlight is not only big because of LeBron, but it's big because it's the freaking Lakers. We're the biggest known franchise in NBA history. You could freaking blow your nose wrong on the sideline. It's a media topic the next day, right? We get that attention off of him and let him slowly progress into his own player, right? Give him a situation to where the Lakers are trying to compete for playoffs and title contention. There's no room for Bronny right now. There's no room, right? There's no room to watch him grow or criticize him to become the championship piece that we need on the 15-man roster right now. So I think, in my honest opinion, if LeBron does leave, I can see us possibly, trade them or send them somewhere to where he can develop. Honestly, I think he should have stayed in the G League, right? If we're seeing what we're seeing now on the NBA floor, eventually you're not going to get no minutes anyway to be able to develop the way we want you to develop, right? Ain't the G League the development league?
Yeah.
Is that what that's what that's for, right? So I say, put him back in the G League, let him develop, let him slow cook to what we think he can be, because I think he can be a possible 6-man on somebody's roster, right? He's not the size factor, the skills factor. If he hones in his skills, he could be a Marcus Smart type player, like just savvy defender, can knock down the occasional three, get you a couple of buckets here and there, be a good spark off the bench. Right now, that's my ceiling for his trajectory. I don't see him being a full-time starter, because guess what? I'm not even seeing the 6-man quality right now.
Jeez. Right?
So how am I supposed to be able to see the 6-man quality if I'm not seeing the production that I need to see in Bronny right now? And mind you, I'm a Laker fan, and I do support LeBron, and I'm not one of the LeBron haters or nothing like that. LeBron's on my team. I'm gonna support Bron. You know what I mean? Go Bron. When he succeeds, I succeed. I get to smile. You know what I mean? But the truth be told, we're not talking about LeBron. We're talking about LeBron James Jr., right? So I do want to see the kid succeed, and I think in order for him to be successful, the spotlight's going to have to dwindle. Now, what's popping all over my phone is that he got dunked on by somebody who was a 1.5 feet taller than him. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, you know what I mean? The Lakers won the game last time. I checked. Luka put him in the blender.
That's people we give him pushback because they don't like being forced to have to watch this kid. You know what I mean? Like, some people some people just don't like to be pushed or forced to do something. And, it seems
exactly.
like, ESPN and the Lakers got our eyes open like this and was like, watch Bronny James. Like,
exactly.
People don't want to be forced to do that. And this is their way of pushing back, because every time they see that he doesn't belong out there, they're going to point it out. And I don't even think he got dunked on that bad. This is just another opportunity to say, we're pushing back on this and y'all can't force us to like it. But last thing I want to ask you though.
Yeah.
Well, he frowned upon the G League his first year. Like LeBron was like, no, not LeBron, but it probably came from LeBron, but Rich Paul was like, he's not going to the G League. Like he's not signing a 2-way contract. He's not doing that. And then when he was playing with the G League team, that was like, well, we lost that battle, but he's not doing road games. Right. So he's
and they don't want the kids to develop.
Right. So they've already frowned upon the G League. Now he's above that. Like his dad is the king, he's the prince and the heir apparent. Right.
Man,
so
that's what's wrong.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the problem.
Yeah, my son
that's
works.
That's a huge problem.
Yes, that's what it is. King Joffrey Joe.
That's a huge problem, Mel. That's a huge problem. How can I better develop somebody if you're taking away the development tools? That's what the G League is for, right? If the kid's clearly not ready, he's not better than 15 players that's on that Lakers roster.
Right,
he's not.
But Transformer, their explanation when everybody gave pushback for that, because everyone was saying the same thing. They said, what better way for him to develop than being on a team that's more competitive with his father by his side?
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, Bronny was a grown ass man. Well, he got to be with his daddy now. Like, daddy needs to be there. Like,
that's what they said on Gil's Arena. That's the pushback. That was like, man, why go to the G League when you can develop beside the greatest player of all time on the greatest franchise of all time with a competitive roster?
Where's LeBron right
now? Just not getting cleared for on-court activities.
Okay, so not on the court, right?
Correct.
So what again, where's this development coming from? Because daddy ain't there.
I don't know, man.
Daddy ain't traveling on the road. He's not on this 5-game road trip. So I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what are we talking about? Okay, so you need daddy to be there.
That's what they said.
He's not okay. First of all, needing daddy there is absolutely crazy. Like if you need daddy there for you to be successful, I'm sorry, Bronny, stick to video games. Stick to video games, stick to podcasts and what's they called? Twitch.
Yeah.
Go on Twitch and build you an account on there. Because buddy, daddy ain't in the league for much longer than probably another year or two.
Yeah.
And by all means, that is not how you want to develop, bro. That is not how you want to develop. If I'm Bronny, I would have had to tell daddy, be like, yo, dad, chill the fuck. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to curse on your platform. Chill out. Let me develop. If this is something I want to do, let me cook over here so I can better fit what the Lakers need right now. It's not about what the Lakers need in 2 to 3 years. It's about what the Lakers need right now. We have Luka Doncic and we got Austin Reeves, who are balling out of control. I believe we're 7-2. I think we're 7-2.
Yeah,
we're 7-2. Playing good right now. Playing great basketball. Right now, I'm hindering my team more than I'm helping my team. I can't build and develop here right now. Put me in a place to where I can put film on tape. I can put some film out there to show my strengths and weaknesses. That is the biggest problem about Bronny that we never got to see. We never got to see his strengths nor his real weaknesses. We never saw him play 20-plus minutes in repetitive games, back-to-backs, road games, home games. We never saw that. So we're expecting what LeBron said to be true, but we're not giving that kid the opportunity to develop to what we want to see, what he projected us to see, right?
Yeah.
LeBron, your lens from your glasses is not the same as mine. Because right now, what I see is not even close to what you said. It's not what you not what you saw. It's what you told us. You told us he's better than half these cats. So right now, in year 2, I need to be seeing 8, 9, 10 points a game. I need to be seeing a steal, 2, 3 assists. That's year number 2.
Yeah, and we're not seeing that. That's crazy. And bro, Nick Smith Jr., who was on the end of the Hornets bench,
balling.
He got in and dropped 25. And he can't. He probably still can't get the minutes that Bronny getting.
Balled out, sir.
Yeah, man. I've been waiting for Nick Smith Jr. ever since he got drafted. He got drafted injured, so he missed his whole rookie season, and then his minutes was like, in and out. His second year, but they got too many pieces that's like him in Charlotte because Trey Mann and Nick Smith Jr. both can fill it up. And they both got
absolutely.
They both can do. So the Charlotte had a decision to make. Man, we go keep Trey Mann or we go keep Nick Smith. So they had to let Nick Smith go, and now they got, they got guards galore. But All right, man. I held you too long, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, look, this Transformer from the Format Podcast. Y'all seen Bruce on here from Format Podcast a couple of times, more than a handful of times actually.
Hey, man, we ready for 4 Pound Fridays, bro.
Yeah. Hey, well, we might have to invite you on next time instead of inviting Bruce on. Maybe we.
He don't want to hear that. I'm pretty sure I'm about to get a phone call.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Or maybe we'll have both of y'all on. We'll see, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah. All right, big dog. Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, let's get one more, y'all. One more call. Scott said he's 21 years old, not a kid. He's an adult. Treat him like one. Going to start calling Clowney Jr. Hakeem Lion. Caller from Wisconsin. What's good?
Yes, sir. This T-Ray, man. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad, man. I will say, to kind of stay on that topic, what they're doing with Bronny is criminal. I don't believe that he should be. We've seen enough of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's the ceiling is breached. I don't think he's going to get better. And I think it's a lot. It's more. It ain't just physically. It's a mental thing with him.
Yeah.
And he don't love the game, and you see it in his effort. So
he might love the game, but he's neutered. Like he's been neutered by the way LeBron and Clutch Sports has went about this. Like you can, like everyone knows that you get what I'm saying. Like everyone knows that you didn't earn it, and everywhere you look, you know everybody know it. So how are you supposed to act? Like,
right. And then, like you said, like the hiding him from failure. That's the part that we all know as just playing regular basketball. You gotta fail in order for you to get back and to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's gonna be your saving grace when it comes time for you to go through some adversity on the court. It's like, hey man, I've been through this before.
Correct.
But you ain't gonna. It's not gonna be peaches and cream out there. And so for them to take this kid that really should be in college still at this point and just throw him out here, and he's still in minutes from people that really should be helping the team. Correct. You know, that's a problem. You know, and I'll say this real quick and I'll let you go. For them to be able to do what they're doing with all of the behind the scenes stuff going on, that's a testament to the cohesiveness that they put together. Now I give JJ Redick credit for that because he's letting them play ball, and I'm not a fan of his at all. But I gotta give props to where they're due, and for him to be able to mesh Ayton the way he has, we know that if that guy comes back, that won't be the case.
Man, that's gonna suck. He's coming back soon too. He's already he's revving up. I just seen the report that he got cleared for contact. So he's feeling better, and he's probably about to start getting on the floor and playing some 1-on-1s and then 5-on-5s, and then next thing you know he'll be ready to return to practice. So he'll be back after Thanksgiving for sure. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
They start to struggle. Do you look for a way out? Do you try to get him to see what kind of team he want to go to in terms of trade, or do you try to do that even beforehand?
Ooh, man. I mean, surprisingly, I like the way this team is gel. I like the way Ayton is playing. I like the bench and role players. Luka is pulling out wins. Like I critique Luka by his style of play, but when they're winning, I'm fair, and I critique you a lot less. I mentioned that I don't like the style of play, but I can't complain about it if you're winning. And right now, the Lakers are winning, so I can't clown him much about it, right? So I like what's going on with JJ Redick and the Lakers. If LeBron comes back and things get confusing, and Luka don't know when to take over, and LeBron is taking over too much, and Ayton's not getting his touches, and Reeves dropped down to 15 points a game. Like if all that stuff happened, then you start losing. I think that LeBron is the caliber player that you're gonna need in the playoffs. So I wouldn't look to trade him at all, because at some point Luka ain't gonna be enough in the playoffs with that play style.
That's hard. That's a hard one though, bro. Wouldn't it be better for them to go through it just to see? Because, like you said, Luka, he's may not, but he's also been he's carried a team to a finals. So you want to see, and Aiden has been to a final. So it ain't like they playing with young talent as far as like 2 or 3 year players. You know, Reed's been there 6 years, so I would want to take my chances if it was me.
I mean, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But I mean, honestly, trading LeBron, I don't know what you could get in return that's going to help you in the playoffs more than LeBron would. The only thing that's going to help you with trading LeBron is getting more salary cap space.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of key though.
And you can't. I mean, it won't help you can't use that cap space until later, like this summer.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe you could get a player though, and because it's got to match, of course, the numbers. So it's I get what you're saying. Me myself, I don't want him to come back at all. They should fire. They should take him, send him to the highest bidder or whoever will take him. But I understand the dynamics of it. So yeah, that's where I'm at, bro.
Yeah, but you said something that made me think about something, right?
Okay.
what they're doing with Bronny right now is and have you ever seen someone teach their kid how to ride a bike? When you teach your kid how to ride a bike and you finally take those training wheels off, you have to accept the fact that they're gonna fall and scrape their knees, scrape their elbow a couple of times before they get really good at it. But what they learn from those falls is how to avoid them in the future, right? So whenever they wobbling and they feel like they're about to fall again, now they know how to adjust their body and adjust their weight to stay on two wheels and not fall.
Then what happens after that? The adulation you get
correct
from saying, "Hey, I made it. I can do this." Correct. Then the next trip, I'm getting on here on my own. I'm taking off going.
Exactly. And guess what? The things you learn from teaching your kid how to ride a bike, and the things your kid learn from learning how to ride a bike from you goes into everything you teach them from now on. When you teach them how to drive, all of that. So you build a trust and a rapport. All of that stuff is necessary in development. Yeah. What they're doing now is teaching Bronny how to ride a bike without letting him fall. Like they would not let him fall when it looked like he wasn't going to make McDonald's All-American. Oh, now that's not my son. He's going to make it. Right. When it looked like he wasn't going to go to no big school. Oh man, pull strings, get you at USC. When it looked like he wasn't going to get drafted. Oh, not on my watch. Now you drafted to the Lakers and you get a guaranteed contract and you get minutes on the court and you ain't got to play in the G League the whole season. All of that stuff, like everywhere he was supposed to fall, LeBron didn't allow him to fall.
Inserted himself within the context of it.
Correct.
So that's gonna have a negative effect on his on Bryce coming up as well. Because who's gonna want to deal with that? Man, we're already seeing what we're seeing now. Who's gonna want to deal with that? Right. Mm-hmm. So so that's where I'm at with it, and we'll see going forward. I got my popcorn ready.
All right, big dog, man. Appreciate the call.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Take it easy, bro.
All right, yep.